I'm Brian Smith of Lincolnton, North Carolina. My day job is payroll administration for the county school system. I've been baking sourdough on weekends for 5 years. I want to talk about the notebook. Every batch I bake gets an entry. Ambient temperature. Hydration percentage. When the bulk ferment started, when it ended. What the dough looked like when I tipped it out. What the crumb looked like after cutting. And a column for what I would change next time. There is almost always something in that column. I started the notebook because I kept making the same mistakes. I could not remember enough detail from one weekend to the next to figure out why a batch went wrong. So I started writing it down. After 5 years, the notebook is how I understand my kitchen. My kitchen runs between 66 degrees in January and 79 degrees in July. That is a 13-degree swing, and bulk fermentation is dramatically sensitive to that range. At 66 degrees, my typical bulk runs about 6.5 hours. At 79, it can be 3.5. If I do not know which situation I am in, I am guessing. And guessing produces inconsistent bread. I am not a guessing person by nature. I am an accountant. I write things down. The bread I make now is different from the bread I made in 2020. Not because I got better equipment. I still use the same $30 cast iron combo cooker. Not because I changed the recipe. I use the same flour and water ratio I settled on in year 1. The bread is better because the notebook shows me what worked and I do more of that. The notebook also shows me what did not work. The overproofed batch in April. The one that went under-fermented in November because the kitchen was colder than I thought. These entries are as useful as the good ones, maybe more. If you are starting out with sourdough and the bread is not working, get a notebook. Not an app. A notebook. Write down the temperature of your kitchen and what you did. Do that for 20 batches. Then look at what you wrote. The bread is in there. The bread in the notebook is not perfect. Batch 247 is better than batch 47, which was better than batch 7. The improvement is in the record. The record is in the notebook.